Amo Myoho Renge Kyo. It has been a fun morning. I don't think it's even morning anymore. The weather, very windy and wind-blown rain. Clear sky right now, but still very windy. So hopefully those noises do not distract. They certainly did this morning. In about 20 minutes into my video, we lost power. Anyway, starting over. It was Myoho in a way, though, because I got a chance to read an email from one of you asking a question that harkens back decades for me, but probably much more recent for most of you. Since we're talking about the 3,000 realms, and thank you for pointing that out, Reggie. Sorry, no last names. Let's use this tool of the 3,000 realms to understand this question. What's the question? The question is, and we're raised this way, this is a very cultural thing. It takes different forms in different cultures, but basically it boils down to this. Are you mad? Are you angry? Are you upset? Are you insert emotion here? Well, take that energy, take that mood, take that emotion and turn it into a fire to drive you forward. How many times have you heard some version of that? And you don't have to be in sports to hear that. You can hear that from a psychologist, a doctor, a brother, a sister, a mother, a friend, a psychic. It's such a huge cliche. In its thousands of forms, it's the same thing. So, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but obviously, as much as I've talked about this from different angles, I haven't really made it clear. So, let me try to better myself once again. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to hone my skills. Whether I'll succeed or not, that's really up to you. It's your practice, right? So, using the 3,000 realms, though, I think we have a really handy tool here to look at what we're really seeing, what we're thinking, and what we're expecting. Early on in the 3,000 realms, I talked about the speed of light. And, for a lot of us, just glaze. Oh, yeah, speed of light. Now, I said something during that discussion, though, that should have perked some ears. What's that? We use the little letters or big letters, whatever, letters of the alphabet to signify certain things. Like the big E is energy. And the little M, or sometimes the big M, but usually the little m, is mass. Not matter, mass. Something that has properties of mass, of something. And then C, or C squared as you usually see it. Why is that the speed of light? What's this? Why is C? Because it's not the speed of light. That must have come up in a conversation about this and it just stuck. But C is the speed of causality. Now, whether Einstein or his contemporaries understood it or not, they were identifying something Shakyamuni identified thousands of years earlier. How fast does cause work? How many times have you heard me talk about a thought moment or moment? We live moment to moment to moment to moment. Okay. So I'm going to take a few moments and eat a sandwich while I watch a commercial. Not that kind of moment. That's our convenient, samsaric, sloppy experience of the energy of life. So I really want you to think about this now. All of the flowery language that Shakyamuni spoke about 3,000 realms in a single thought moment. And we're going to read Tendai's verbiage on that thinking as well. All of that effort is made to impress upon you how impossibly, unfathomably, incalculably quick a moment happens, followed again right away on its heels by the next moment. By the moment I say the word moment, hundreds of thousands of moments have occurred. Please take a moment to really digest that. So let's back up again. When you perceive that you are in a bad moment, and I've heard people say this, and bad teachers teach this way. Oh, you're traveling through all of the worlds all the time. Right now you could be in the world of anger. Right now you could be in the world of hell and rage. And in the next moment, you could be in the world of hunger or the world of bodhisattva. Well, all of that wonderful language is like a bull ring toreador trying to do brain surgery. It's just ridiculous. The point of 3,000 realms in a single moment, the point of 10 realms from hunger to bodhisattva to Buddhahood, is right away subverted by the fact that each of those realms has the other 10 within it, right? So there's 100. What gets lost in this discussion, all the way to 3,000, is that each and every moment, the 40,000 that just went by, as I said, moment, each and every one of those has all the potential in it, well beyond 3,000. So when we say, I'm angry, it's a really, really, really sloppy way of understanding what we're dealing with in our minds. We're really declaring to others, be afraid. I might do things I don't necessarily have any pre-thoughts for. I'm just going to be wild. This is a weird sociographic, cultural kind of expression, but it has nothing to do with reality. You may say, okay, you may whistle. I'm telling you, it's windy today. You may say you perceive yourself to be experiencing agitation. You may be upset. You may be feeling rage. That's not anger, by the way. Remember, anger takes some thinking. It's manipulation. It's backstabbing. But we call rage anger, so already we're mixed up, right? But the point is that we're never in one of those states. You never are in the realm of rage or the realm of anger. You may gravitate toward that system that, look at it as a galaxy. Look at each realm, hell, hunger, animality, nin, or humanity. I hate that label. Or bodhisattva, or learning, or look at each of those as an entire galaxy, as massive, 100 light years in diameter. And your mind is the entire universe. Oop! Suddenly the galaxy was immense. Oh yeah, I can be in that galaxy of hunger. But that's not you. You're the universe. Oh, there's hundreds of billions of galaxies in the universe. That's just a little coloration, a little tiny momentary aspect of the universe. That's the point of the 3,000 realms in a single thought moment. You aren't in any one of those realms. You never are in any one of those realms, ever. You're a great flowing mass of amorphous molding. At any moment, something could happen to make you burst out in laughter while you claim to be in that world of hell. See, that's why I also don't like the word world, because it seems to be a container that's easy to manage. Our minds and our mental states, though we can, with Buddhism, identify the spectrum. In fact, that's a good word to use. When we look at the spectrum of light, everyone knows the entire spectrum is just white light. You don't see it. You see the effect of it. We're surrounded by its energy. The causality is instant. Instant? It's a moment. We can take special lenses and filters so that we can see specific spectra: infrared, blue, yellow, green, gamma, so on and so forth. Many of them, most of them, we cannot even see with our eyes. Consider that analogy for a moment. A moment, and yet another moment. The spectrum that your samsaric mind experiences your realms is equatable to the vision, the spectrum of light that your eyes are capable of identifying. But we know beyond any doubt that light has far more of a spectrum than the small, little, narrow band that we see. Think of the realms of being the same way. The realms are just as broad as light. But with our samsaric attention span, distractions, attachments, we just perceive or feel and identify. And your world, I guarantee you, your realm of anger or being upset that you think is motivating you, it isn't. And not only isn't it doing that, mine is completely different from yours. Because that's all a matter of samsaric perception. Our attachment to what we think is happy and what we think is not that. We're fooling ourselves all the time. When you take your roiling whatever it is, let's call it something else because I don't want this to be confusion. Whatever you're feeling, if you're calling it anger or upset or insulted, let's just call it heartburn. Let's get away from all that emotion. You have heartburn. And you tell yourself, or somebody tells you, take that heartburn and use it to make yourself healthy. So you're going to go, good, something good to do with the heartburn. No. You're not using the heartburn to do anything but heartburn. What you are doing, even without understanding it, is you're appealing to your better nature, your Buddha nature, which you have already. You just don't know how to experience it at will. Your Buddha is always there. And so good for you. You're able to take that heartburn and go, I'm going to focus my mind on something else. And I'm going to use this impetus, this energy I have in me that I've been using to squelch the heartburn, and I'm going to redirect it at doing something life-affirming, something positive. Not revenge. Now you're stuck in a loop of lower realms. You're not in the realm of hell. You're in the realm of all the realms that surround that realm. Even the Buddhahood of that realm. Yeah, it's all there all the time. In every single moment. It's all happening all the time. You choose to pay attention to a certain grouping of realms so they have an influence upon you. You really need to understand this, because this is the mechanism. This is the mechanisms of Buddhist enlightenment. If you understand that every single moment has every potential in it, then it has to make sense to you that if you just focus on the highest potential, the most life-affirming potential, the most positive, I don't know what words, see, words get in the way, Buddha-ness, Tathagata-ness, then all of those realms, including hell, shift to the influence of the higher realms. Higher being better, lower being yuck. But all the realms are always there. It's not like we leave this trailer of hell and we walk on, okay, hunger, I better eat something. Clock then, let me go this way a little further. Oh, I'm in the learning trailer. No. You're in every single trailer, every single moment, all the time. The question is, the effort is, what are you paying attention to? What are you allowing to influence you, and thereby what you are reflecting and influencing back out? That's why the universe is our reflector. It shows us what we're putting out. If your universe sucks, it's because the energy you're putting out sucks. Change what you're doing with all 3,000 realms in every single moment, your life changes. We don't use rage, anger, and stupidity to become smart. Rage, anger, and stupidity will always be rage, anger, and stupidity. They don't amount to anything else. You are the one who intervenes. Your sentient mind is the one that does the work. That says, even within this muck, that muck is shiny over there. Oh, that's kind of cool. What if you change your mind? And then you shift the energy of that mind, the momentum of that mind toward, away from. You don't use it, you see past it. You see that it's not alone. It's only part of a much greater picture. And you change your focus. Give yourself a little credit, will you? You're the one who's making something of it. Now, let's look at that another way. If you don't get out of that thinking, you've set up a really mighty trap for yourself. Think about that. If you truly tell yourself to the point of belief that it takes for you to get angry and upset and whatever those words mean for you in order for you to move in a positive direction, holy crap, what cause have you just made? You've basically said to yourself, I can't advance in life unless something pisses me the hell off. then I know I'll move forward. Oh man, what a samsaric trap that is. No, 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 no. That is not what we're doing. And even without knowing it, if you're chanting regularly, you're already busting that apart. You just haven't consciously made the leap. Just think, if you consciously make the leap, how much faster you will grow. Wow! You could be so much more. You're the only one holding you back. This is Buddhism. When we chant Namo Myo Renge Kyo, we are actively engaging with Buddha-ness, and we are saying no more holding back. I want to be all of the potential I can be in the best possible life-affirming way that I can be it. Even hell, hunger, and animality, come along. We're going to have a party. Because Buddha is in those too. In that roiling cloud galaxy mess of 3,000 worlds in a single thought moment. You're just using the energy of it, not the color of it, not the attachments and definitions and identifications of it. That's exactly what we're getting rid of. Dump it. All of it at its foundation is just energy. I choose to form it well rather than having it form heartburn. I know I piled like 3 or 4 analogies together there. I'm just struggling with how I can make it clear through those of us, especially given all the bullcrap information we've been given, right? It's just it's painfully clear. And each of those moments happens, the speed of causation, so quickly you can't perceive it. You can only find influences, indications of your momentum. And if you catch your momentum going in a way that's not joyful, you need to correct it. You need to take it by the hand. Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't need to go there. You know how I handle that? I have a trick for that. I'll share with you. When I feel my life going, oh, I'm going to get mad. I want to, Whenever I see that coming, you know what I do? I just laugh at it. It may seem a little maniacal, but it always works for me. It breaks that hold. It says, that's ridiculous. I feel relief. With the third I feel total relief. And in my head, I'm thinking, we can see that another way. Look at it this way. Look at how, or it could be as simple as, why am I wasting my attention on this? I've actually walked out of conversations in high-level meetings where I got to that point, I burst out laughing. The whole room got shut up because I'm loud. The whole room quit and looked at me, and I looked at those that I made eye contact with. That, I don't need to be a part of this conversation. This is bullshit. And I just walk out. And they think of me as the high temperamental artist. He's out of his mind. No. I guarantee you some of the people in that room thought, yeah, he's right. This is total crap. But I'm not living for them. I'm living for me. And the more I live for me, the more I influence them. And to me, that's the best thing I can do. Let me show you that the most volatile person in the room can blow all of this out of the water and just be happy. This is the game I play with myself when I feel those feel, I'm Latin. As a culture, as a species, we're very, you see my hands move all the time. I don't know how to sit still. I'm so expressive. It comes out of my pores. I try. I try to be diminutive and nice. But to me, to rub your nose in something so that you realize what's happening is being really nice. Not everyone sees it that way. And that can make me sad. But I am what I am, and I'm constantly working on it. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. That's all any of us can do, right? Use what you got. Make the most value out of everything you do and think and say. And sometimes you're going to have really sad moments where you think, man, I let a lot of crap come out of my mouth I wish I wouldn't have. You don't want to cause harm. But sometimes harm just happens. That doesn't mean we shouldn't feel responsible for it, right? I want everyone around me and my life to be constantly, if not always up here, at least somewhere not there. Yeah, right? Okay, I guess that's a whole video. I'm going to call that a Q&A, and we'll go on with Tendai into 3,000 Realms in another video. I needed to get that out, mostly because I want to help those of you who have those thoughts, like this email did, that, yeah, in the past I've used that to push me to the... I don't want you to disassemble that and think you did nothing. I just want you to understand what actually happened. Those bad feelings, whatever you want to label them, are not what motivated you. They're simply not. They're a bad experience because your mind got caught up in identification. But your Buddha nature, whether you were a Buddhist at the time or not, doesn't matter. Our Buddha nature is inherent. And your Buddha nature heard what you were doing, and in your mind, you made a selection of thoughts and causes that climbed out of that galaxies of energies to other galaxies of energies that would not only pull you out of there, but all that energy had to do something. And you chose to apply it toward more constructive ends. Now, you might see that as getting back at something, but that's a misunderstanding of what happened. What happened was that you raised your life condition and you moved forward. And I think it's important to recognize that, because if you stick with the old rhetoric, you doom yourself to repeat it. As I said earlier, you start to create a sick kind of dependence on the negativity in order to project you into positivity. That's not necessary. Just stay in the positive. Even in the midst of the negative, boop, wake up. Don't need that. Let's go over here. That didn't make me go over here. My Buddha nature made me go over here. You're driving. Not the big bad world and life leaning upon you. Everything that happens to you is of your own making. I'm not talking about consciousness, I'm talking about karma. The very formations of the momentum that is your instantiations, moment to moment to moment. Your consciousness just is a witness. It can help you steer the ship if you control it. But if you constantly let it abide by what is happening to you, welcome to samsara. You're stuck. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for anyone. I don't want it for me. Right? Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Thank you for your support. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Helps. It's Bodhisattva effort. Thank you for being a Buddhist. Thank you for asking the question. Every single one of you is an amazing universe creator. And those of you who can spare a little donation support, right? You got to feed the universe. Words. That's so funny. Thank you. Thank you, patrons. Thank you, practitioners. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you for your practice. All right. See you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.